Hello, I'm Clinton with the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. And this year, myself, Hunter, and Ryan would like to wish you... I don't know why it does this every time. Doesn't do it with the other stuff. I'm Clinton Stanley here with Ryan Maddox.
What's up, guys?
And Hunter Venable.
What's going on? We're Delirious Dads Gaming. Our whole point of the
So
show
I have one of
is
those
to talk
lamps
about all things dads.
that unscrews, you know, it's like a floor lamp that has the long stem from Walmart. It's got the plastic top.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't
So I unscrewed it halfway, tilted it down, and
a
used the
gamer
prop
that's a dad, or are
on
you gonna be a
for like
dad that's
my
a
mom
gamer?
got me for Christmas. This little thing I can screw to the side of my bed, and then it holds my phone in bed. So if I want to watch my phone, I'll
Did he
put my
make it over the
hands.
hill?
So I use that to prop it at the right height, so it's pointed right at my face.
Oh, did you
But
do
I
it?
don't know. It doesn't really look
evidently
like when I
by
look.
what
I
you're
can't pull
saying,
myself up
whatever
full
team
screen,
Tom
so I don't
Brady's on
really
won.
can't tell. But
It showed her like
it almost looks like I'm looking into the sunset.
Just on fire, just going at her.
I don't know if it really looks like good lighting or
Got
not.
ambush.
Is it two different cameras? 'Cause that's not what I'm seeing on my screen.
No, it's just one camera, but I can't pull myself up full screen, so I'm looking at this little tiny box like this big in the corner of my screen.
Oh yeah, no, you look fine. You're not super clear. You know what I mean? But that's probably internet, right? Not your lighting. But your lighting looks good. I mean, it's not dead on. You got a shadow from your nose and whatnot, but
Game
you
of this
Right.
century.
still
I
look,
mean, there's
look
only 8
good. It's
people
not
in
too
the
bright
lobby,
or too
right?
dim.
I went to go share the feed just now and didn't even
Just
like
about to
hide.
get
Like usually I squat
started,
down and get in a
guys.
corner somewhere. Oh yeah, showing them standing over my body. You're right there by that tent and stuff. You're there in those houses. So I'm telling you,
It's like episode 250 or something, isn't it, Clint?
92.
92.
Would you
Jeez,
need
I
to...
thought
That's where we're at.
I thought we did 82 last week.
Oh, you got me.
We just skipped 10 weeks.
Really?
Did I
That's how
put
it
92
feels.
on there?
Did he?
I think
I don't
did.
know.
I don't think a smile just.
I thought we're-
Is it
yeah, we're-
92 or it's
smiles when
82?
you see it. I think a smile.
Ooh.
can bring
We
a
might,
smile.
we might actually be on 92. I don't know.
I think we're- I thought we were on 92.
Feels the proper weight.
I better
in
check
hand,
it.
And it's all just like, oh.
Oh yeah, I love that podcast. Tomorrow, that dude Ryan.
Now you got me questioning it, you know?
You put on here 92. I mean, look at the last one. I'll tell you what it was.
I forgot they don't know how many of us there are.
Nope, you're right. It's 80.
Last one was 81. Yep.
Yep. I can just go in and edit it later.
Yeah,
No
that's fine.
biggie. Yeah.
It says just land on this
I want to get to a hundo, you know?
You got it.
We're almost there.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna do something special for 100.
Yeah. We need to do a live episode.
Bro, clean.
That was not. We're actually together, and not virtual.
Oh, I was gonna say everyone's live. So. But you don't have your little board
we
yet,
could, we
right?
could do some games and
Right.
stuff for like the video part.
But
I
by
mean, we could all
one,
bring our computers.
but by one hundo, I should have it, right?
+2 baby girl is
Yeah,
doing good.
it's 20 weeks. That's quite a ways, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to leverage
Yeah.
Christmas to get some donations from the fam.
When we get about
Yeah.
10 weeks out,
New daddy.
what we should do is when we get about 10 weeks out, say we're going to do a live stream instead of a podcast, kind of, and then we could turn it into a podcast. But then we could do like some cool games and stuff on live stream.
Yep, little Juniper. She has
It's an
her-
idea.
Hey, share it up on
She's
the
like,
Discord.
I'm
Are we
not-
even?
I don't want to catch the baby for one.
We're
I'm
live.
definitely not letting Dad catch the baby.
Yeah, but you don't have the
But
live on
I had to
Discord
give
yet.
her the elbow, bro. I pushed her a little bit, and I was like, "I'm catching the baby."
Always good to share that with you.
Yeah, you do.
You don't care about us very much.
Yeah, you don't.
I put a wager
I love
in.
you both.
Loser's
There you
got to
go.
wax his nipples.
Are you hearing my
Not the
fan
whole
ripping
thing,
and
just
roaring?
the
I had it on
nipples.
real loud because we weren't starting yet.
I'm not sure.
I don't want my fan on, but I'm about to turn it on so these flies go away.
Usually see from like here up.
I don't need much. It's cooled down in here.
But I'm not. Scared it's hot.
You know what I'm sad about? I just saw my kid pinch my nipples, and she looks like super young.
Like
And
just a
I'm
little
like-
bitty kid.
Yeah, it hadn't been that long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it has been that long though. It's probably 2 years
I know.
ago.
Second place.
Why are you getting so much wax on?
How long have we been doing the podcast? Jeez, it has been 2 years
About
almost.
a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Go one more here or no, Hunter? You done?
Man, y'all just
still-
make me
We've
feel
been
old.
staying with the.
I still
Google
never even
Stadia,
spooned with Hunter.
And Every time
Been
I
hanging
say
out for
Google
2 years.
Stadia, or I say Stadia, or
I was gonna say, was that a challenge, or you
Playing
just
it
want to
around
spoon
me
with me?
and says, if you've been listening to the show,
I'm just saying, most of the time, within a year, I try to spoon with my friends, then I really know how close we're gonna get. You know?
Hey guys, just a reminder, we're live.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. I mean, we're not scared of our masculinity. We know who we are.
Yeah. I'm not scared of my femininity either.
Yeah, either one of us.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared of my anonymity.
Listen, this is a work of art. You know, I used to get
I'm scared you don't even know what that word means.
Yeah, anonymous. Anonymous.
Oh my God.
Anonymity.
Turds stick to the Velcro, guys.
Anonymity.
A lot of people are like
Oh, Dead by Daylight, dude. We gotta get back on that soon.
And
We just talked about that before you jumped on.
Johnny Icy Chiller Weaver.
Oh.
And he is
Holla-
that's
holla-
that
Halloween.
season specialist.
I got Dead by Daylight, Rocket League, and DayZ. I want to get back on all three of those because I've got an actual computer now. I want to see how those go.
Sent me to Blockbuster for a Donkey Kong.
You actually help us be
Championship.
competitive.
It was who can get the most bananas.
I want to
in
hop
5.
on Fortnite
Later
for 10
on,
minutes just to see the
became a
superheroes
part
and get off.
of Major League Gaming.
I played on the circuits. For
Not right
15
now,
years.
I'm just saying.
So I
Yeah, I get
retired,
what you said.
and now I work
I was looking at the Metacritic scores and stuff on Avengers. It didn't look
Let's
good.
slap it.
Really?
Like 67%, 60%.
On the Avengers game?
Some moments that are
On the Avengers game?
Yeah.
Oh, these
I gotta be
screws
honest,
are
I didn't
rolling
think it was
out.
gonna be that great.
Well, I tell you what caused me
Good,
concern
good,
on the
too much
game
water.
was whenever I wasn't seeing a lot of like
EA
new
stands for
gameplay.
Electronics Arts. I never do.
We're here with
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they overkilled that demo.
Happy Cow Games, and he just
Yeah.
recently. It's like if they didn't have anything else to produce, where you at on your play testing and stuff, you know?
Quackers, who said little
Oh, we got problems.
Alright.
Oh yeah, get him with that pickaxe, baby. Good old day Zizzle right there. Got any food on you or anything like that? I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I don't know English.
He don't know English,
you know
guys.
English.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna shut this door then. Did you hear me say they're here?
Oh,
Trying to
go
be
put that
best.
out.
Trying to eat the best.
Got him.
Got him. Get him.
Alright, I'm out of there. You got me.
Got him.
Good. Get you a t-shirt. You know it'll be festive.
Oh yeah. Always. Always winning t-shirts, baby. Boom, there it is. One black heavy utility vest. There you go.
Remember that time Clinton
Christmas
won the
came
car?
early, boys.
And
Oh,
got
okay. Yeah, why did Hunter get? It was amazing, wasn't it?
Me and Justin won cars first, and then you won it. I won like
It's looking like
car
a t-shirt
back-to-back
for
2 weeks in a
you. Hunter's car looks like dude. All right, I'm about to switch it over to our sponsorship. You guys ready to get this thing going?
Riggy.
Hey, hold on. I'm killing Clinton for what he said.
Anywhere where
what am I gonna
podcasts are
say?
found, we're there.
What that said.
Stay delirious.
Stay daddy.
And stay gaming.
Yeah, I got what I'm gonna say. Simple.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Click Gaming, a freelance esports tournament company based out of Oklahoma. If you're located in the U.S. and need esports services, this is the ultimate gaming company for you. Contact Johnny Weaver at icychiller@att.net. That's ICYCHILLER. On this episode of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Mages aren't just for World of Warcraft.
We switch it up with some Fall Guys.
We're taking this game by land, sea, and air.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's time for another episode of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. Episode 82. I'm Clinton Stanley, and I'm here with Ryan.
Pirate.
Ryan Pirate.
or biker. however you want to put it. My daughter
Okay.
also said that I look like the guy off of this time travel show we watch called Lena Grisky or something like that, or Follow Him in Paris. I don't know. It's this girly show we watch, and
Okay.
there's this guy on there who I think is the funniest character.
Okay.
She said I look like him. I said I'll take it. I'll take pirate. I'll take, which was me, what I wanted because I've been watching Black Sails.
Okay.
I said I'll take biker because that's it's tough, and I'll
Yeah.
take this guy from the ballerina show because he's the funniest guy. So
Okay.
it all works. Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. And then there you go, guy. Is Hunter Venable. Hunter, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, it's been a crazy week for us, guys. And when we say crazy, we mean crazy gaming, baby. We got on this weekend and sucked at some COD Warzone. It was just awful. Probably the worst we played in a while. It was a good time. And we also purchased the old Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
1+2 or 1 and 2, however you want to say it. Now, I have to say, we're not going to give our total verdict, but it is going to be one that we're going to be reviewing because we all have
definitely.
it, and we haven't got time to jump online together and play, which we plan on doing maybe after this episode.
Hopefully.
But yeah, so we plan on getting on and getting our hands on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I will tell you, just first impressions, freaking really good. They did an awesome job so far. Takes
If you like Tony Hawk, obviously, because
True.
it's a
Right.
remake.
But I think that goes with any game, right? As far
Yeah.
as there's some games that I look at, I'm like, I can never play that,
Right.
Some people are going to hate me for this, but like Final Fantasy, it's big, it's huge. I never played enough of it, therefore it's like
Huge.
not ever really on my radar.
Yeah, it's never going to make it up there because you're
Yeah.
never going to dive into the realms of the 19 past games.
Right.
So it's like it's too late for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But yeah, so Tony Hawk, we're having fun with that and going to be playing it some more this week. Now, also this week, actually today, which is Wednesday, September 9th, Call of Duty did a big Cold War reveal event. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Mhm.
We have some videos we're going to take a look at. And then me and Hunter are also going to bring some other news as well. And then Ryan's going to get us caught up with the month of September
Yes.
on what is free and what is
Yeah.
not.
What's worth checking out? Of course, it's biased because it's my opinion, but I'm still going to bring it.
Yep. Now we are, we're a week behind as far as when we usually do it, but last week was Gamescom. That takes up
Yeah,
enough
what are you
time.
going to do?
Yeah. So we did that. So this week you're going to get a little freebie farm. And Ryan's going to entertain us with that beautiful radio voice that he's got over there.
You know I'm going to bring you Freebie Farm today. It's going to be awesome, and you guys are going to love it.
And we don't have free prizes because we're cheap. There you go.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Do.
Pretty good. Well, guys, with that said, let's hop over into the Leaks for Geeks episode or segment, I should say, and see what's going on in the world of the news. Leaks for Geeks. And that's right, guys. You heard it right. It's time for the leaks for the geeks, the news for the hues. You know what I'm saying? All the colors in the universe. That's what the news is for this week. We dedicate it to them. That was a joke. Laugh. Ha ha. No. Just as good as our joke segment that we usually do. So, yeah.
No, I think the jokes on our joke segment were a little better, actually.
Yeah, probably. A little more planned out, if you will. Well, Hunter, let's give it to him. Let's show him how it's done. We have gaming news. First thing on the news that I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out to you. Minecraft is coming to PlayStation VR. It was officially announced. It's going to be 100% the same as Minecraft. So right here it says Mojang is adding PlayStation VR support to Minecraft on the PS4 later this month, and it'll be completely free to existing owners of the survival crafting phenomenon, which I have. Wow. So nice. Sounds like a DDG party for the boys. Oh my gosh,
Rory would have a blast. She'd lose her mind on that.
Oh yeah. So this was revealed as part of this week's PSVR Spotlight over at the PlayStation blog. Mojang confirmed that the PSVR is 100% the same as Minecraft, that you can play every day, every week, every month, every year, every minute. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Oh yeah.
But again, man, I feel like I'd get sick.
But we got to try it. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. Must try.
Because that is the game that I've said this is a VR game. To me.
And usually, like I can tolerate somewhat because I know when to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like my palms start getting real sweaty. I start sweating in places I don't normally sweat.
And it's not because you're Eminem, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Knees weak. Arms are heavy.
It's been a while since we talked VR, but that is true. The VR sickness is real.
From one of the things that I've seen, well, remember, you got to try some Dramamine. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
It might go a long ways. On the other hand, in my experience so far, the more real games are the ones that make me feel more sick. They look more beautiful, but because of them being more real, I think they mess with your head a little bit more.
Yeah.
To where the ones that are kind of cartoony, like there's those like little adventure games and paintball and stuff that Clint has on the VR, those I don't get sick at all. To where when I'm playing Resident Evil, it can get me enough motion and stuff like that. It's like I think your brain doesn't know what to do with it, you know. But when it's completely a cartoon, I think your brain knows it's a cartoon and it just doesn't quite react as harshly.
It's that disconnect. It's like you're moving, but I'm not moving. My body's not moving, but the whole camera is. So
Skyrim does that
to me with
Skyrim does
I went
that
to
well.
Universal.
Oh,
sorry, I was just saying I went to Universal with my father-in-law and. I had some issues there with some of the VR stuff too. I mean, I wrote it and I was fine, but it's just like I could tell I was getting.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. On the VR stuff, when you actually look around, like the videos, the 360 interactive ones, those ones probably don't make you as sick because you are moving.
It's just interactive stuff. It's like
it's like the ones when you're moving with your controller, your head's sitting still.
Yeah, my friend has like Beat Saber. He's got another one that's like a side scroller, so you don't actually move. Those ones don't make me sick at all. It's the one where there's motion, like you're running or something like that, and there's motion blur going past your face and stuff. But you're not used to. I mean, you obviously your body's not moving, so it just throws my brain off. Same thing with the rides. That's why I got sick because they were moving so fast. And
that makes sense.
I was gonna say for me, the VR sickness creeps. It kind of it's like I don't even know it's coming until it's there. It's too late.
I can tell signs now.
Yeah.
I've gotten good at it.
Yeah, for me it's the my mouth goes dry. I start smacking my mouth, and then by then I have kind of that weird fuzzy feeling in my stomach, and then the headache comes. But I feel like Skyrim did that to me. Skyrim's one of those I can't play very long. I can play it maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then it's like, all right, you got to take a break. Because all those mountains and stuff, it just gets you because you're that depth perception.
I definitely, my palms get sweaty, then my back of my neck gets clammy. My eyebrows start sweating.
He's just getting it all over my headset. I love that.
Yeah. That's why you don't.
Well, they do
invite me over.
They do say they're gonna. With this patch, it's going to include some user interface changes that makes the game easier to play in VR. So this is including support for immersive and living room modes. But otherwise, you'll be operating your PlayStation DualShock controller as usual. So it sounds like it's going to be about what you want, which is you're moving your head, but when you're running, you're using your joysticks and stuff.
Oh, okay. I got you. We'll have to get that set up because I know, Tip or Rory started playing Minecraft on the computer. And so for some of your parents out there who your kids play Minecraft or they've thought about it and want to play with their friends, I kind of expected that when we got on the computer, we could then play with some other friends of ours that have Minecraft on the computer. Not necessarily true. It's actually pretty complicated. If you have the Java version, which is the one with all the free mods and all the stuff the kids are excited about, the Java version is set up to where there are servers online that you guys can go and join each other and play together. Yes. Problem is, those are online servers. So if you've got 6-7-year-old kids, a lot of parents don't want their kids on an online server with a bunch of other people. It's not private between those two. And, you know, some of them are secure and they're monitored and these kind of things, but I understand the concern for sure. So then the other way that you can play is you play on a basically like a LAN connection, right? So you're at home and you're linking to the same router. Well, then it'll let you play with each other, and it's like a sibling play type setup. It's like a safe thing, right? Okay. Which you could just change your MAC address on your friend's computer so it thinks that you're on your router at your house, and there's things you can do, but it's not just jump on and play, and that kind of sucks.
So that's why you haven't said anything about playing it lately.
Right. Yep. Well, because the Xbox died, my 360 died, so we can't play on there either. But we've thought about getting this next generation Xbox, and if we do, then I'll probably get whatever you guys get, to be honest. But if we do get it, then we'll probably go ahead and upgrade our version of Minecraft. So then, because like what you're talking about VR right there. The girls could even play VR together, or they could play regular, but it's going to be much easier to just jump on and play on that version. So you can download that version on the computer and jump on and play, and you can just play with each other, but you don't get all the mod packs and everything for free. Everything costs you, just like it does on the Xbox. So it's kind of a trade-off, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's sad to know. Well, we still have PSVR, so that's more of a you guys come over and we all play. We'll have we'll need to do like a DDG. We'll do a live stream of that maybe. Figure out how to connect
That'd be fun, for
the
sure.
VR to the. We can link what's shown in the VR and then show a cam. Yeah, that's what we'll do. What we'll do, guys, whenever we get all this set up eventually, we'll have a little party. Have everybody from me, Hunter, Ryan, everybody come on. We'll set up the webcam. And we'll point it on the person with the VR headset, and then we'll link the video to the computer. Right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on in the world of Minecraft. Now Hunter's going to take it away.
Come on now. It is now my turn. Here, trying to find my article. Give me a second. Here I am. So, I'm talking about something that I've experienced personally. I don't know if Clinton and Ryan have seen this. I think they have. But in the game of Fall Guys, which we have also been playing quite frequently lately, there's been a problem with cheaters. And when I say cheaters, I mean hackers, right?
It kind of just out of nowhere, though, too. Like our first few weeks of playing it, didn't seem like we noticed anything.
Right.
And then this last time, it was like almost every time we played, we noticed.
Right. And it's becoming a big problem. So despite Metatonic's best efforts, cheaters are still running rampant in the PC version of Fall Guys. Cheaters have been floating in the air and floating in the air over Jump Showdown, flying up the hill in Fall Mountain, and even growing to be three times the normal size of the player in Fall Ball.
We haven't seen that one yet. That's funny.
So, what I've witnessed personally is I've seen somebody float in the air above the map almost, and which one was that? It was in that level that was a final, and the little
spinny
thing, and it spins. Platforms drop out. Yeah. Well, this guy just found a way to hack and float above the map, so of course he's going to win. Doesn't have to, he doesn't have to do anything. He just
sits there, especially on a final. Ugh, that drive me crazy.
Right, and especially it was because a lot of these honest players. I mean, Fall Guys, even though it's modeled like a children's game, it's fun and bright. It can be very competitive. It can be very challenging. I mean, you can play for hours and not make it to a final. So, I mean, it can be tough to get there and then have somebody cheat you out of a win, regardless if you're close to winning or not. It's just frustrating. And then the other thing I've seen, and what frustrated me the other night, we were playing for hours and I hardly made it into the finals. Well, you guys logged off and I played one more round. And when I did, I made it all the way to the finals, and the final was the Fall Mountain where the crown is,
Uh-huh.
at floating at the top, and I had just previously won my last crown on that. I love that map. I feel like it's one of the easiest finals.
Yes, I
so
agree.
3, 2, 1, the countdown starts. It starts. I start running, and I literally get 3 steps, and then somebody wins.
Wow.
I was like, what's going on? Well, I guess some guy was floating, and he just
Straight to the
hacked
ground.
his way straight up of the mountain to the crown. So, it's just like, man, you try so hard. And you
That's
get there.
that's a game ruiner. I mean, all the way.
And it's just like, oh, wow, what a way to end my night.
Yeah.
Got all the way to the end, and this guy just hacked up there and won. So it says, these people are cheating, and honest players are having enough of it, like we're talking about. They're just done. They hate it. So what's kind of happening now is these people are teaming up against these hackers. And so what had happened just recently in this article they were talking about is on Fall Ball. They had noticed somebody cheated. They hacked and they made themselves 3 times their size. Well, the people on this own guy's team who noticed he did that didn't like it either. So they all started jumping on him. And then they own gold to make him lose.
Nice.
And so they basically sabotaged their own team so that they could make this guy lose because he's a hacker, And so this guy put his 2 cents on it. He said, I wish I could see the hacker raging at the fact that everyone turned against him, including his own team, said Redditor Dustin1280. Players have worked together to sabotage their own teams in Egg Scramble, Fall Ball, and other games in order to prevent the cheaters on their team from advancing or winning. Players have been sacrificing themselves to stop cheaters since the game launched, but the number of cheaters has only grown alongside the player base. The problem has gotten so bad that some cheaters have come up with strategies to mass eliminate players from the games, like Seesaw. Metatonic announced its upcoming plan to combat cheaters on September 6th. The studio said that they are expanding its current direction software and adding some anti-cheat systems that Fortnite uses. So,
okay.
The community has been quick to point out that Metatonic's current system, where cheaters are supposed to be banned after one game, is not working. Some cheaters have shown off legendary skins and emotes that require more than 10 wins to purchase. Meaning they've been playing for some time and using their hacks for that.
Yeah, just wins all the time, just boosting their XP.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you enter into, they're basically what they're saying is if you enter into a game and you see a legendary skin, odds are that guy's not playing fairly right now because the game is so fresh still. It's been out for a little while, but you have to really grind if you're going to get. So I'm not trying to discredit anybody who's grinding and getting legendary skins, but most likely that's a telltale sign that somebody is hacking there. So
yeah,
so that's it for my first one there. But any thoughts on that, guys?
I just right now there's this weird thing happening with internet gaming. I mean, we know that there's always been hackers. There's always been ways to cheat. I remember playing Saints Row back in the day, and you play this game called what was it? Protect the Pimp. And your person, basically, the idea was you had 4 players on one side of the map, 4 players on the other. And one side, you had the pimp, and you had to protect him. If he died, the game was over. And you would run and try to get get to whatever, I forget what it was we had to get to. And so the pimp had this, he'd slap you with the pimp hand, and it was a one-shot kill. Right? So it was a lot of fun, but people would reset the router or hit the little switch on the router, and it would allow the pimp to be all laggy and disappear, and then he'd just come up and he'd pop up and just slap you and kill you.
Yeah, that was a popular thing back in the day. They called that a lag switch. Yep.
Yeah, lag switching.
That was for Xbox. They were doing that a lot. Another thing they would do is the triggers that made you shoot more. You know what I mean? That made you shoot faster. I forget what they called that. But yeah, it's been an issue before, but it's always here and there, kind of rare. Or maybe you got a guy who climbed onto some spot that you're not supposed to be able to climb onto. That's kind of fun in games. You know what I mean? That's just. But this is it's gotten a little bit much. I hope Fall Guys does better than Call of Duty because Call of Duty has not done very well at all, in my opinion.
Well, people cheating back when I remember playing the first multiplayer online games, like you said, Ryan, is somebody found a spot they could sit on,
right,
or
Yeah,
something
they
nobody
glitch a
else
spot.
knew about, and they're just sniping, and all
Right.
that kind of stuff. Well, that still takes some skill level, and that still takes some you're still having to shoot people, and so then when you have a game like this where people are literally hacking and all they do is sit there and win the game, it's like, what are you guys doing? Like,
right.
why is this fun for you?
And
I agree.
We also have the problem of nowadays we have online tournaments. So now we have Call of Duty tournaments with money on the line, and people are messing up. I don't know what Blizzard does on their end, but like with WoW, it feels very strict. So I just feel like I haven't seen as much cheating in that. Maybe it's just because they've been in that online space longer, so they've got more things set in place to keep people from cheating. Same thing with like Overwatch. I don't feel like I've came across a ton of cheaters in that game.
Right.
So it's just kind of, I wonder if these big companies are just jumping into this online space with these bigger games like Warzone, for instance, or even Fall Guys where it's 60 players. You're increasing your odds of getting some bad apples in there that want to mess up your game.
Well, anything competitive, I could see people cheating just to be trolls. But when we're talking like World of Warcraft, if you're cheating and leveling up or whatever, you're obviously cheating yourself out of an environment and a story and stuff like that. So like, if you know what I'm saying, like if you're getting in there and just skipping a bunch of stuff, that's.
Well, I'm saying even on their competitive end, like their arenas where it's 3v3.
I did not even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they got 3v3, and then you have your open world PvP spots. And then just like your battlegrounds where it's like 40 versus 40. But you don't hear of people hacking the game, and I think that's because they update and keep that thing up to date every week. Which I know Call of Duty does some updates, but I mean Blizzard, every week, every Tuesday you're getting a patch. Whether it's something small or they're changing something with the game, with the code internally.
Well, we have gotten a lot of updates with Call of Duty, a lot of changes and things like that. It just doesn't seem to have changed the cheat side of it.
Well, I don't think they're addressing the cheat aspect of it, right? I don't think they're, to them it's not. I don't know if they're just kind of like, hey guys, we're moving to Cold War. It was fun.
Well, that'd be a huge mistake.
Yeah, it would kill Warzone is what it would do.
Well, because Warzone's supposed to continue with Cold War, so yeah, they need to address it, or it's going to end up affecting both games, and that's their new bread and butter. You know what I mean? They've got to figure it out.
And we've seen with Valorant, they just made you install a anti-cheat system that's on your computer. Like it has to be up and running before you can even log into the game.
Yeah, well, a lot of games have that. We have an anti-cheat system even for DayZ, right? There were still people who got past it and things like that. But, I think you got a game like this, like Fallout. It's doing really good. It's a small game. It's not competing with Fallout. Yeah, you always call it Fallout Guys, so you got me.
Fallout Boys, which is a band.
So the fact that they're not really competing with a game like Fortnite, right? Or one of these other games that has good cheat blockers, right, and systems in it. You would think that they should just kind of partner up and throw some money at these guys that already have figured it out. You don't have to figure all that out. You can just buy your way out of that. So you don't, because the longer that lasts, and especially how fast it's ramped up, the cheating, it's just going to completely kill their game. And so they're going to have to deal with it strongly, or I think it's going to hurt them big time because they've already got kind of a niche, unique new game, and people will just get burnt out. And I'm not going to play this game. It'll lose its addiction factor because that's how that game is. That game's addicting in a weird way, and it's going to lose that factor if I get to the crown and some cheater gets it every time. I'm done. That'll happen to me 3 or 4 times, and I won't go back to it.
Yeah. It's almost like banning them from the game isn't going to be enough. They probably need to ban the IP address if they can do that. I'm sure they can. Now, then with that, you'd have people going and getting, what's it called? I can't think of the name of it right now. That changes your IP address. Probably go get that. But still, I don't know what kind of penalties in place need to be done.
They need to partner with Steam, and it needs to be a Steam anti-cheat. And when you get caught cheating on any of those Steam games, you lose your Steam account altogether.
Yeah.
All of it. You lose access to all the games.
What about with Blizz? Activision Blizz?
Same thing. They just do it for their own.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm surprised they didn't pick Blizz's brain on some of that anti-cheat stuff. I'm not saying they're perfect at it, but I feel
I'm sure they did. It's just this game's a little bit different. You know, the way it's coded and things like that must be some different kind of backdoors or something. I don't know. I don't understand that stuff enough.
Well, that's more on Infinity Ward's part, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it, but it is becoming more and more of a headache. You just want to play a game, and matter of fact, I played Tony Hawk the other night online, and the game ended in like 15 seconds, and I was a little bit scared that someone had just cheated. Right?
Oh, you mean like they hit a combo or something?
Yeah, they hit their max score. So I'm not sure.
Whoa.
Not really sure, because people are really that good in the game. So there was that. But still, it went so fast, and I didn't get to see who won. So
let me ask you a question about Tony Hawk, because we only played against each other a little bit, and I knew we were just trash probably compared to other people. But is it so bad that like there's no way you're ever going to win online because everybody is so much better?
I don't think it's that. I think we really suck. We got a long ways to climb out of the gutter.
Okay.
I mean,
you just
we're
wait,
not
bro.
even
I'm a
we're not
professional. I don't know what you're doing, Mom.
Hey, we're not even in the gutter. We're like in the sewers, like in the.
Yeah, you just speak for yourself over there.
Well, we'll see.
I don't know about you, Hunter.
We'll see.
We're gonna see tonight.
I'll put money on the fact that I beat Hunter tonight. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Ain't happening.
I don't have money, obviously.
It ain't happening.
I just borrowed something.
Hunter, can I borrow a 20 to give back to you?
When you lose, I'll pay you your own 20.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Here.
Well, what else you got?
On to the
Cheaters,
next one.
scumbags, and what?
Yeah, what else you got, Hunt Dog?
Oh, am I going again? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Because I realized the pattern that I did.
Yeah.
The big stuff, the big thing, we wouldn't talk about till it'd come before the end.
You want me to just hit my other two and then hand it back over to you?
No, you can hit this next one, then I'll do one, then you do your last one. Yeah.
So Mario, I went straight to Mario. On Switch news, talking Nintendo Switch, there is a new Mario Kart coming out.
Yeah.
Launching in October. It's called Mario Kart Live. And let me just pause for a second to give you guys a second to think about what that could be before I tell you.
Mario Kart Live, it's got to be some kind of like live streaming that's built in for Facebook or something like that for your friends.
Not quite. Close. There is live camera involved, though.
Ooh.
So Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is a Switch racing game that uses RC cars.
Okay.
Like real world RC cars, like remote control?
RC cars. So during a surprise announcement today, Nintendo revealed the latest Mario Kart, and it's an unexpected one. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is a racing game, but one where players use Switch to drive remote-controlled cars. The cars, along with a virtual race course, then appear on the Switch's screen. It's sort of a augmented reality take on the iconic racing game, and it was developed in partnership with the New York-based studios called VLAN Studios. I don't know if I said that right. Sounds like that's.
Do we get to see a video of this or what?
We're gonna watch the video after.
Oh,
after
good.
And so this is kind of how Nintendo explains it, and then we can go into the video.
Okay.
Nintendo explains it. The physical cart responds to boosts in the game and in the real world, stops when hit with an item that can be affected in different ways depending on the race. Players place gates to create a custom course throughout their home's layout.
Time out. I got to stop you already.
What?
We're talking about, think about this on large scale, okay? This sounds cool for, whatever you're calling it, for little remote control cars. What if this was like Power Wheels or four-wheelers that are hooked into this grid and the augmented reality stuff affects the real life four-wheeler?
I think you're going to see.
Super fun.
I think you're going to see game developers go for this theme. Think about it with your drones, owners, like some kind of flying game.
or you're going, you're talking about esports and stuff. This on a grand scale, like you said, Ryan. Even if you keep it at RC, but you do off road RC.
Yeah.
And then you have these tracks that are made up, and like you said, you could do this with the drones because drones race too.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you have this event that not only
you'd have floating rings and all kinds of things that aren't even really there. Yeah,
players can come play, but then you'll have an audience that not just only can watch it on the screen, but then come to the event and watch it live.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
future, baby, future.
Yeah, that was just looking in the future, but basically that's what this is. It says, you place down gates in your house to create a custom course, and so the only limit on this is your own imagination. So you race in the Grand Prix, unlock a variety of course customizations and costumes for Mario, Luigi, and play with up to 4 players in a local multiplayer mode. So kind of like a couch co-op, right? Because you got to have people in the same course.
Right.
To you. But
it's obviously
if I need to, and if I need to simplify that for anybody listening on the podcast, basically you have the switch that connects to a RC car. Then you put these gates out around your home, and it connects and makes this course that you drive. Well, the RC car's got a little camera on it. So what you're seeing on your switch is your house, except the switch is putting in an augmented reality on the screen. And so, if you want to play that video, Clinton,
hold on, time out before you play it, Clint.
I have the link for you guys to pull up too.
Yeah,
so we can watch it together. What's up?
Dang, I just drew a blank. Okay, you said, wait, if I'm understanding Switch, maybe I've never thought about this before. Like when you buy an Xbox, you got to have more than one controller. But when you play Switch, do you have to have more than one Switch for different kids to play?
Not the controller pieces.
Not the controller pieces. I don't know how that would work on this one though, because you're going to need your own screen. So yes, you probably need your own Switch.
Well,
so your friends with Switches come over and hang out. You have a party.
Yeah.
Play this.
So you can't dock it into your TV and then just share the controllers. And then
I don't know. It didn't show that in this. It didn't show that in this article or in the video I watched. From what I've understood or what I've seen so far is just the handheld device sitting on the couch and racing,
But it's kind of like, are you going to watch your real world RCs or are you going to watch your screen? You're going to have to watch your screen.
And that's what I told Clinton. I said, well, what's the purpose of the RC if I'm just in my screen anyway? My face is in my screen. Well, you have to have some way to record the surroundings.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think it's just it's entertainment factor. It's something new. It's a new flavor on augmented reality.
Well, let you guys pull up the video. Let's watch it here and see what we think.
All right, let me go over here to the Chizat.
Yeah, because my understanding, if they don't let you play it on TV, then this is a bust. If each person has to have a Switch, right? Then
I don't think so.
This is not.
I think it's a bust for a family game at home. Yes,
but that's not what they're going for.
That's what Switch has always gone for. I understand that, but if you think bigger, like we were, on competitive racing, this is mind blowing.
True.
This is innovation. This has not been done before.
This is every kid's imagination coming to life, is what this is.
Oh yeah, what you would have, and that's what we're kind of talking about here. Is you'd have people would have just like you'd have a gaming tournament. You'd have an RC race get together. Everybody brings their RC cars and their controllers, or their switches, each person from home. Yeah. So then that would work out. I get what you're saying there. Yeah.
So maybe there is a way because, they have, Ryan, you can buy, like for my Switch, you can buy remotes that connect to it. But I don't know if you can connect to it when it's not played through the main TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You may be able to. You should be able to. So if that's it, but it'd be really hard to play split screen on that small screen.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what Clint's saying. Maybe you can throw 4-screen split screen up on the main screen of the TV in your house and be playing.
Possibly.
Or you can play handheld. Now here's another thing. Now this won't be on this. Obviously, this isn't what they're going for. But if this did catch on, everybody out there, just think of this. You can play online with these type of objects with other people who host a game. So that means you could play with some dude that has like a ton of land out on the country, and he just sets up this amazing course and hosts these games that you could go and actually play with
you'd have to have multiple cars, or you drive out there in person, you mean?
No, like say you could buy these cars that you could just plug into, right? Like your system would just hook up to that IP. Like that camera would link up.
But what Ryan's saying, if a guy was wanting to be a host like that, he would need to buy extra cars.
Yeah,
right?
but if you're hosting, like say you're hosting an RC Cars event for money or whatever tournaments, it'd be worth the investment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah,
but that's just how it would work. Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan, to answer your question.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I love how it puts the actual digital stuff in your house. To me, that's the coolest part.
Well, there used to be a racing game. I don't know what console on it. So long ago. It was like Hot Wheels game, I think, and you raced you were a little car and you raced through the house. And I always thought that was the coolest thing because it's like you're a toy, but you're racing, right? This brings it to life, like.
Oh, guys!
So my question is, when you hit him, it's gonna stop the car. Watch, I guarantee it. Right? Like if you hit him with a shell, it would stop the other person's car. Yep. That looks cool.
What were you saying, Ryan?
Oh, they're actually setting up these little things, huh? That's how you.
Well, the gates kind of they connect the course.
Okay, what I'm thinking is.
See this?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is you could probably, I wonder if you're going to be able to almost like record your course.
And post them online?
And people can play your course, like play your house. It'd be kind of an invasion of privacy maybe though. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be in your house, right? Or does
it doesn't.
Right, and you wouldn't have to upload it either.
Now, another thing is the traction of your car on the carpet you have is going to affect how it plays in the game versus the real world.
Right.
So, I mean, everybody else will be having the same exact scenario because you'll be in the same house on the same course.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of interesting that any of that would be affecting a video game.
All I know is I love outside the box thinking with this.
I do too. It's very creative. There's a lot of ifs and ands and hows in this, but if
it could be it could be the Power Glove from back in the day.
Yeah,
Nintendo did.
If they continue to work on it, I think it could go really far. Like you said,
there's always been that guy, though, right? They were the first to have, like guns, that work with your game. And all that kind of
Duck
stuff.
Hunt.
If the cars are like my thought on this is, there's obviously got to be a battery that's charged in them, right? So when your battery starts getting low, your car starts going slower. So is that going to slow down the game too? Like
yeah.
So
have to affect your gameplay.
It's interesting. We'll see.
You get a little dog hair on your wheel, you're done. You're spinning out in the game. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I will say that Switch has done a great job of making you feel immersed more than Nintendo has in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if they follow suit in this with this like they have, they'll do a great job.
Yeah, for sure.
Very interesting.
I like it. I'm a fan. Now I want to switch just to try it. I'm that guy. Just for the little project.
Hey, I got to switch purely to do the workout thing, and I did it for like half a month. So
there you go. Yeah.
Do you still play Switch at all or no?
When I go on trips. That's about it.
That's still worth it. That's still worth it. You travel enough on, you fly. So I mean, it's definitely worth it for someone.
And it'll definitely probably get played more when my kid gets a little older.
Yeah, for sure.
No, there'll be something new by then. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Well, he won't know that. He's just a kid.
Sure. No, but Hunter will, and he's like us. He's a gaming dad. He'll want the new
thing. Yeah. All right. Well, is it my turn, Hunt Dog? I guess it is.
Yes, I got one more.
No, you're good. You're good. I wanna wrap this one in, and then we'll let you finish up on yours.
Okay.
Because I feel like yours is bigger. Not necessarily bigger, but it's another good piece of meat. This one is more sales information. This is an announcement for Xbox Series X. We have a release date, a launch date for it. It's going to be launching Tuesday, November 10th for $499.
Very fair. I feel like it's a fair price.
That's a decent price range. It says Microsoft has confirmed with pre-orders opening September 22nd. That's on a Tuesday. They say here they're going to go into more detail here. They say Xbox head Phil Spencer also confirmed that customers can also sign up to a monthly payment plan for the Xbox Series X, which includes 24 months of Xbox All Access for $35 a month.
Nice.
So that's a little pricey, but it sounds like you're getting all the free games that come monthly and all that stuff. So whatever All Access includes, you get. It also says the news follows yesterday's Xbox Series S reveal, which is also landing November 10th, but it'll be affordable at a more affordable price of $300, $200 cheaper than the bigger brother. Also says here, upcoming console got a surprise reveal yesterday as Microsoft looked to get ahead of the number of exposing leaks, and fans are already having a field day with the Xbox Series S reactions on Twitter. Meanwhile, we still don't know anything about the PS5 price or release date. This has got to be, to me, a good blow on Xbox's side. I feel like this is powerful because of the financing part. Now, I don't know if PlayStation is going to offer this to their customers,
right?
But to me, for these, as these things get bigger, offering financing to the gamer market, I think it's a huge up for them.
Well, it's something we've talked about on a personal level, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, Clint.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, we've also talked about for these game developers and stuff that these consoles should do it just like the phones do. I mean, that's what your AT&T does, and all these guys, they release these phones. People wouldn't go buy another $1,000 phone 2 years later. Only reason they do is because it's on a monthly payment. They get to return it. You know, it gets resold, blah, blah, blah. However the system works, it's 0% interest, and you take your phone and go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is it the best idea? No. In a lot of cases, it's better to have just paid for your phone. But it's what we do. It's America. Mm-hmm. And I think it does work better as a marketing plan for sure. So, yeah, great idea, I think. I mean, you got that on top of the fact that they made this, and some people are nervous about the S version, that it's not smart because basically, if you guys don't know, it sounds like it's going to dumb down current games, right? So old games will play at max. Current games will play at 1440 instead of 4K. And so people are kind of like, well,
so like barely above HD. You're kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, why the freak would I buy a brand new console that's not even going to play the new games the way they're meant to be played? And their idea is, well, because it's only $300. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the fact is, you'll be able to get to play all the new games. You'll get to play all the old games looking better, right? And you'll be able to play the new games still looking great, just not at top specs. If you're not one of those top spec guys, but you don't want to miss out on any games, this is the middle ground. Yeah. This would be like buying a gaming computer that's mid upper grade instead of the top dog. Right.
You're paying $1,200 rather than $2,000 or above.
Yeah, and so people in the console world are going, nobody would do that. Anybody who's a PC gamer knows, yes, they would. Everybody does it.
They're doing it all.
Everybody in the PC world does it. So, and now the PC is more expensive to get into, but most people do it who get into gaming on the PC. At least when they start for a few years, 2 to 5 years, they jump in at a level that's tolerable, that plays smooth enough that it's not going to hurt your skills, but it's not going to play stuff in ultra. That's basically what you're doing here. The S is still going to operate smoothly. It's still going to run good. It's going to look good. It's still fast. It's just not going to look quite top shelf all the way, and I do think there's a market for it. Now, is combining this finance thing at the same time? The finance thing would kind of make me go, no, I'm not going to go with the S. I'm going to go with the
Series X. Which is what they want you to do.
Right. So then why produce the S? It's almost competing with itself in that sense. The finance thing competes with the save yourself there. So they actually have now made 3 routes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
you can buy the big one, buy the small one, or finance the big one.
But with including the small one, though, you're going to get those people that weren't going to buy either one.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So we're like, I can't afford either one. Okay.
Or they don't have good enough credit to do the financing, which is plenty of people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So.
I don't know. I think target market too is younger kids sometimes that can't afford. Like for me, growing up in junior high school, I was working some odd jobs here and there, and I definitely couldn't drop $400 on a new console. But if I went to mom and dad and said, "Hey, here's a plan. Let's finance this out. I'll pay monthly for it."
Right.
Through you guys. Right. I think my parents would be okay with that. I really do.
Yeah, for sure. Mine would.
I will tell you, I'd have to look at the details. Like I would want to be able to still pay it off early.
Yeah.
Right? They don't really specify that here, obviously. But this right here just kind of piques my interest of, well, maybe I'd be willing to get it for the sake of having those Xbox exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's over, I believe it's over a 2-year period. So,
right.
Is what it's priced at. So, I don't know. Seems like a bold move, but I think a smart move. Now, Hunter, you're our PlayStation guru.
Yes.
Does Sony go this route? Because I've heard the rumors that Sony might have a cheaper version of their console that they just haven't released yet. So, does Sony go this approach?
For me, no. I think that they could include the financing if they wanted to try to do something like that. But they already have expressed that they're going to have 2 consoles already. They're going to have a console that is only downloadable,
digital and non-digital. Yep.
And non-digital. So you've already got 2 consoles on the market. And I think by adding a dumbed down version, no, I don't think you do. Another thing is I will be willing to admit that I think that because there's been some times Microsoft has already killed the game in graphics. With the last Xbox, what they released the Xbox X, is that what it was? That's the new one now. But what was the one? What was the one that came out? Pro,
the Xbox One X, I think.
One X. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. And that was like their boost of this last one that had greater. It ran 4K, right? Am I wrong? So they are already ahead of the game on that. So I don't think. I don't know. I just don't feel like. I think PlayStation should just stay
where they're at.
Where they're at. I don't think they should be like. I could see Xbox doing it, and that's why I see Xbox doing it is because they were like, we had an Xbox, then we came out with one with higher graphics, right? So now we have this option. Well, you can do the higher graphics one, or you can do one, that we've always released almost. So PlayStation's never done that. So when you come out and you've never done something like that before and you say you can have the PlayStation or you can have the dumbed down graphics, people are going to be like, well, heck, I don't want to dumb down my graphics on Sony. They're already kind of, you know what I'm saying? They didn't take that step to up it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It wasn't a big enough boost.
Yeah, I'm not articulating that probably well enough, but Xbox has already made moves to say, "Hey, we have great graphics on this newer one."
Yeah, we're already in 4K, whereas I know what you mean. Yeah. PlayStation Pro is not true 4K. It's like
yes,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
So just work on your product. I mean, if you
you're saying on their end they're probably just playing that catch up game on that end of hey, let's
I don't
get
know
this
what
thing
they're
beefed
doing,
out.
man. I maybe they're working on accessories. Who knows? Maybe they're wanting to build some suspense. I have no clue what they're doing. Props for Xbox getting all their stuff out there first.
Quick too, like way earlier than I thought. November 10th.
Yeah,
that is that's an early
great.
date.
I think it puts a little pressure on Sony because if November rolls around and we haven't heard anything,
right?
You got these gamers who are ready for next gen. And they're gonna say, you know what, Xbox is ready for us.
And you know how us gamers are. You see,
a lot of people don't like to jump in right in the beginning too.
I know, but
they don't. But if you're a console guy, like before I became a PC guy, I swore by console, and I can tell you, if November rolled around and the new Xbox came out, and I've never been somebody who buys it on opening week or whatever, but I would be a lot more appealed and a lot more.
Oh, for sure. If you had no date from PlayStation yet.
If I didn't have a date from PlayStation yet.
Yeah, that definitely. I'd at least need to know when I'm waiting for.
So
now
when
I'm
is
a
it coming?
PC guy. Now let me rephrase it. Now that I'm a PC guy and I play a lot on PC, I can wait.
Yeah, yeah.
I can say, okay, well, Xbox is coming out. I'm going to hold out for PlayStation. I'm a Sony guy. I have my PC to play some newer games coming out, whatever. So that helps me out on my side a little bit. But if you're just purely a console guy and you're having to wait on that knowledge, that might push you to buy the other product. So Sony, hurry up.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they don't, surely they'll get it out before, they got to announce something before November 10th, because like you said, you leave this thing dangling come November 10th, whenever all these daddies and gamers are waiting on their holiday gifts that they want to get. And you see all this stuff coming up on Twitter and Facebook of playing my new Xbox Series X. I'm telling you.
I think they need to have
people are going to cave and go buy.
They need to have an announcement ready or a leak ready by October.
Yeah, or they're sunk.
They need to. Not November. November's too late.
Yep.
You know, so I think that they need to get something out.
I'm kind of excited. The freaking competition is on. The gloves are coming out. This is Xbox saying, "Hey, we got this. We're here. We're ready." So, yeah.
And I'm not one of those guys. You know, you have all those memes on the internet. They're always dogging each other. I've bought Xbox before. I like Microsoft, man, and but I was raised on Sony, so that's who I am. So.
No, we get that. So yeah, they can't fumble. They fumble. It's over. You know, I say it's over. Obviously, they'll still make tons of money on their PlayStation 4 or on their PlayStation 5. But if they want to win the war this generation, it's important to get in there early. Well, to finish up the news segment, went a little bit long, guys. But we're just talking a lot tonight. I feel like we have a lot of opinions that we're sharing, so I like this. We're going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which I still think is too long of a title. I'm sticking to my guns. It's just a lot. It's a lot to say. And
told you, Call of Duty BOCW.
No, you just say COD. COD. Right?
COD BOCW?
Yeah, COD BOCW.
No, it's called, they used to call it COD Bops or something like that.
COD Bops?
Black Ops.
Oh, yeah, but you can't say that now. It's COD Bops Cold War. That's still too much.
You don't add the Cold War in there. It's just the main.
COD Ops CW? What are you going to say? See, it's all bad. It's the Cold War. The Cold War screws it all up.
COD Bops. Yeah, I mean, even on what we're playing right now, that we say, hey, you guys want to play some WZ Warzone? You know what I mean? It's just. Yeah,
but that's still good. That flows. I'm not saying, hey guys, let's play Call of Duty Warzone. Boot. You know, it's got all these other words.
Yeah, but people also don't say, hey, let's play Black Ops 4. They know when they say let's play some Black Ops, they're talking about the most current one.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Hey, you want to get on and play some Bops? Oh, you mean Bops 2? Yeah, let's do it. No, what are you talking? You're dating yourself by talking like this.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm not. Okay, so let's talk about COD Bop Ops CW.
Oh my god.
They did a big reveal, multiplayer reveal event today, which was pretty entertaining. So we're going to jump right into it. We're also going to watch the gameplay reveal trailer. We're going to check that out. And then at the end of the show, they had a little special leaky leak, and we're going to watch that as well. They're not very long, so it's not going to take up too much time. But I love getting these guys' reactions. I feel like it's just right, you know. So to start off with, it still feels like Modern Warfare, but in the 80s with some updates, which is probably about what we expected. Is that correct? Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that. As I said earlier, oh shoot, hold almost exited my game here. Not my game, my window. So we're going to first go over their maps. They announced 2 new maps, or 2 maps in the game. One's called Armada, and the other is called Satellite.
Okay.
So they both emphasize a large open play area that are ongoing to take some and it's going to take some mastering. They say Armada takes place at sea across 3 huge boats, any one of which could be a level in its own right. There are zip lines linking them, enabling you to cross expanses quickly, as well as smaller crafts and wreckage in the water that act as bridge points if you fancy a swim. Yes, that's right. I just said swim. You're going to be able to swim in COD Bop Ops. So,
CW.
Yep.
So Black Ops maps, you've been able to swim in the past, and I think it's only in Black Ops games actually.
Is it? Okay. Well, this makes sense then. The water adds an interesting element as well in terms of moving to new positions, as well as the zip lines. There are boats you can use to cover the ground quickly, or you can swim if you want something slower but more stealthy. Being able to reposition at speed or without being seen can make the push and pull of battle pivot in an instant. They also say Satellite has a similar feel of open space and tight quarters via a rocky outcrop in a dune-filled desert. On its outskirts, you can take advantage of map-spanning sight lines to pick off enemies at range, but that comes at the expense of little to no cover bar, the undulation of the dunes. Head into the rocks and you'll have to manage and monitor numerous corners for threats at 0 range. Smack in the middle, you'll find the wreckage of the crashed satellite that gives the level its name, obscuring enemies and making the middle of the map a dangerous place to cross. Other maps include Crossroads, a large snowy expanse scattered with buildings and snowmobiles that can cross the map in moments, as well as tanks that you can dominate a huge area until they're taken out. Then there were the more urban streets focused of Miami and Moscow, both far too short on decent sightlines to ever let you relax. I did see some of the Miami gameplay. It looked really cool. And we're talking 80s, so they're on Ocean View, right there by the beach, so you're getting some of that. They said there's some of the features here. There's unlimited sprint, for example, that starts with a smaller, higher speed boost to help you get out of trouble quicker. Also, unlimited health regeneration that doesn't need to be manually triggered, meaning as long as you can survive an encounter, you just need time to recover. I think that's I think they're kind of relating that to what Black Ops was, because we already have that in Call of Duty Warzone and Modern Warfare. So I don't think that was as much of a change. It says here that Black Ops Cold War is also introducing new game modes and a 40-player game type called Fire Team. In terms of modes, there are new VIP escort games and Combined Arms, which is basically a bigger version of Domination, with 5 zones to control, each large enough to contain a chunky battle. The VIP escort is a classic take on the idea, with one player as the VIP armed only with a pistol and knife.
Yeah, like basically protect the president or protect the pimp if you're talking about the game we played. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. It goes into, this article goes into more detail into Fire Team, but I don't really want to cover that. It is what it is. You can check more of that out. It says, according to David Vonderhaar, the latest Black Ops will bring Cold War into Warzone and vice versa, and see Warzone tied back to the campaign in unique ways. Vonderhaar also gave a shout out to Treyarch's original Battle Royale mode, stating that Blackout might have got us started here, but it's Warzone that's really going to take it to the next level. Okay. They did confirm as well, which I know we've kind of already talked about. They just mentioned that everything is going to apply to Warzone, so any guns that you have, all that stuff, It's all going to be available within Verdansk.
All the time, everything from both games.
Yes, is kind of how they made it seem in the
Interesting.
reveal. Yep.
Okay.
So while it sounds like Warzone will grow and evolve from whatever Black Ops brings to Verdansk, it also sounds like there will be plenty of free post-launch content as well in the game, which we're already kind of seeing some of this, right?
Yeah.
Some of these events and stuff. So they're starting to make me want to get it. I didn't think I was going to want to, but I don't know. Some of the stuff.
So I
looks
wonder,
pretty good.
it probably means if you don't have Black Ops, you're still going to be playing in the same world. It's kind of the way it sounded like the people who do, and they are going to be having different guns than you have.
Right.
Interesting.
Which then is going to push you to want to buy, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're doing there.
Then you're like, I'm just the little peon over here, the little villager, and I want to move.
Yeah, I mean,
royalty.
there's no guarantee that game will have better guns, but it may just have guns that you really want to try. You know?
Yeah, I imagine they'll be pretty comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. With it being 80s, that may be the thing
right.
to get you, So that's all I have on Black Ops Cold War, but we're going to watch the trailer now real quick, and then we're going to watch that little sneaky peek that they had at the end.
Okay.
I feel like
sounds good.
Can
are we watching it on our own here? Or are we watching it?
I'm going to share.
You're going to play it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Can you guys hear my kids in the background? They came in and opened the door. And
nope, not at all.
Okay, good. My wife has kind of given up on watching them. She just lets them. She lets them take over the house now, which I don't blame her.
I completely get that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't get it at all.
We used to have
get that wife in line.
You have a good kid, Ryan.
Oh, so you have a bad kid? That's messed up.
Well, I'm not going to say she's perfect. Definitely not going to say that.
Well, mine's not either. But yours is a little crazy.
There's Day. She is a bad kid. All right. You guys got it pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
No, you said you're sharing it with us. We don't have to pull it up.
No, I mean, he's sharing the link
with you.
Oh, the link. No, okay. I thought you meant you were just going to play that one.
Yeah, it's only week 3 that we've been doing this, Ryan. Jeez.
I literally just asked you, is there a link to click, or are we watching it together? Oh, no, I'm sharing it with you.
Yeah, I'm sharing it
so
with
I thought,
you. Like,
I thought that meant watching it together on the shared deal that's in Discord. For those of you who are listening, some videos we watch that Clint plays without sound, and some videos we click and play the link together.
If I'm playing it in the background,
outside of this time.
If I play it in the background, I'm not going to mention it to anybody.
Okay, cool.
Are we ready?
Yeah, been ready.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Nope, I'm not ready. Go back to 0.
I can't. I already clicked it.
Yeah, you can go back. What do you mean?
Hey, whenever we're doing this and I watch it, it says 1080p 60 frames a second. For some reason, it always plays it in boo-boo, and it just drives me crazy.
That's just YouTube for you. The downscaling or whatever it does. I don't know. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's the multiplayer reveal.
Oh, the good graphics just snapped in for me. Looks
captured on PlayStation 5.
Nice, listen to his.
Oh,
it was listening to it.
That's what happens when you slack off at work.
The best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to.
We're not liable for him listening to DDG while at work.
Right.
Operate in the shadows.
No, that's why he got killed. He wasn't listening to DDG.
Today, we reshape the world.
Dude, this looks legit. Wow.
Let them come.
I mean, all these games always cross over the maps and stuff anyway, so I always kind of feel like in multiplayer they're the same. Just throwing it out there.
I don't know though. Miami's legit, bro.
Yeah.
I hope they change the zipline animation.
This looks unique in the sense of multiplayer. You know what I mean? But
super unique, dude. Wow.
See ya.
multiplayer doesn't even really have vehicles usually, so isn't that even unique?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's
showing you that the map's a lot bigger than usual.
I was gonna say, I think this is the satellite map right here, the dunes and all that, desert, jets and everything, bro.
It's definitely not the water map with 3 ships.
No, definitely not. And definitely not the snowy map with the trees and the snowmobile. So I guess you're right. Pretty distinct.
Notorious.
That's what it's gonna be saying tonight whenever I kick that butt and some skateboarding.
Okay.
You're yelling again, Clint. Just so you know.
Yeah. Does it to me every time.
I just turned it down in my video so it doesn't happen.
I'm liking the dirt bikes too.
It's weird that there's any vehicles. Like all of that seems weird to me for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. You know, I'm not talking about Warzone. Always have vehicles, but this is. So you think this is Warzone? They're showing us too a little bit. No,
I think
that's still in Verdansk. So that's all just multiplayer.
But I think they're showing you features that will be.
Yeah, but I've never seen those features in regular multiplayer. That's very different.
Right, right. So that's that one. Okay. The next one, which Ryan and Hunter will know, because it's going to say it in the title, so I'll just say it. They did the zombie reveal.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video just now. I don't know if you saw that, but
yeah, that's what we're going to watch right here. I'm loading her up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to watch that real quick, and then we'll be ready for the freebies of the week.
Hey, get my other article, but it's cool.
Oh, you had another one?
Bro, you can...
Yeah, he told you you're going to be last, Hunter.
No, I remember that, but now he's ready to go to the
freebies.
Yeah. Well, I only thought you had 3.
I've only done 2.
No, you did 3.
I haven't.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
I kept asking you, do you want me to go ahead and do mine? And you're like, no, we'll wait.
Yeah, over and over.
Yeah, I screwed
Yours is bigger news. We'll leave it for last when we get to the end.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one.
Well, Hunter's is the biggest. All right. You guys ready? Got this pulled up?
Yeah, ready.
All right. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1. There you go, boys.
Super spook.
Yeah. There you go. Are you satisfied, Ryan?
I'm satisfied. Hey, that just made me think of that other game that we talked about wanting to play and haven't gotten to. Remember where you got to sneak and you hit the guys with the hammers in the back of the head and all that?
GTFO?
Yeah, GTFO. Yeah.
We need to play that. All right, Hunter. Finish us off with your epic news, bro.
Yeah, so again, we're going back to Mario real quick and Switch.
Okay.
You got to give it a bigger sell than that.
Huh?
You got to give it a bigger sell than that.
Well, I kind of got all the air deflated out of me after I got skipped on, but
this is big news. I don't care what you say.
This is big news. We are getting an ultimate mashup, a mashup like never before ever seen in gaming for the Switch. Super Mario Bros. 35 is coming to the Switch, and it is a battle royale.
What?
Is it Royale or Royale?
Royale.
Okay.
Royal. So Battle Royale is coming to Switch this next month.
Okay.
And it is Super Mario Bros, guys. So it says Super Mario Bros. 35 is the Mario Battle Royale you never knew you needed, but it will only be available for a limited time. Okay.
That's weird.
Nintendo announced a new game and its unusual release plan in the surprise Super Mario Bros. 35th Direct event. Super Mario Bros. 35 is coming out on October 1st as a digital-only free game for Nintendo Switch subscribers and will be only be playable until March 31st, 2021.
Oh, it's only playable, not just only to download. It's only playable for that long.
It's an event.
That's not if you download it by then, you can keep going, is what it says. So I don't know why they say playable. But it says,
I'm confused.
Yeah, it says that's not if you've downloaded it by then, you can keep going, is what it says. Nintendo has explicitly said it doesn't plan to let anybody play Super Mario Bros. 35 after March 31st. So again, that sends mixed reviews to me. That makes me think you can't play it.
You can't. Yeah, I'm thinking you can't.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's weird that they don't just let this thing breathe, unless they have something bigger planned.
Maybe they're gonna work on it or something. I don't know.
Because
maybe this is a little flavor taster. Like, hey, are people gonna like this? And then they got a new one they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, Fall Guys is viral. Something like this could be viral. Probably, not on Switch, obviously, because there's not enough player base, right?
Like the beauty of cherry blossoms, youth, and Super Mario Bros. 35, some of the best things in life are short-lived. While the game is available, you'll be able to play online matches that convert the original Super Mario Bros. Into an indirect battle royale. You'll run through each stage on your own as normal, but every enemy you knock out will be sent into an opponent's game.
Ooh.
Just like Tetris 99, you can choose which kind of opponents you want to target with Goombas and Koopas, choosing from criteria like random or most coins. You can also spend coins to take a spin on the item roulette to get a power-up that might help you out if you end up in a sticky spot.
Okay.
Super Mario Bros. 35 isn't even the only limited time Mario game Nintendo announced today. It is going to take Super Mario 3D All-Stars off the eShop in April.
This is Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the 35 stands for.
Yes. So you'll have time to check that out, but eventually it'll go off. Here's the thing about this. I have seen some of the streamers I've watched play something similar. That was a Royale. So I know it's not Nintendo's product that they played. It was probably an online thing that they found on the internet or a indie game they downloaded or something. But hopefully, if Nintendo's not going to keep it on, somebody will have something like this.
Yeah,
so
I'm almost ready for Nintendo just to make computer games.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
So make your own Nintendo app where you can buy your Nintendo computer games on their app store.
Right.
Okay, so I sent you guys a link. Let's watch the video.
I'm ready.
Let's check it out here. Hunter, are you ready, Bubba?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Super Mario Brothers. With 35 players?
Oh.
Compete against other players near and far in this online battle game.
Okay.
So there's 35 players.
And you have screens on the side of your screen while you're playing through it.
Way around.
So you can see who's still in it.
Use the item roulette and these 4 strategies to try to outpace your opponents.
Okay.
Keep going until you're the last Mario standing or running.
That gives me stress just watching it.
Yep, for sure. That's going to be an intense game.
Super Mario Brothers 35 launches October 1st as a digital-only title and will be available for a limited time until March 31st,
Interesting idea.
2021.
I wonder if they're going to see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then maybe open it up to play again. I don't know. We'll see.
You almost need something with all of them on one screen. Some kind of Mario Party type game.
Well, that's what the guy I watched played online. It was everybody started in the same screen, so you see just chaos. All these people.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that was pretty cool.
They'd almost have to do like a Mario 3D battle royale, right?
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Like, what if? Okay, here's one. They'll never do it. What if they took Mario 64?
Yeah.
And you just drop into Mario 64, and the person that gets the furthest in that game wins.
That's
right.
Because you can just go through and play the levels, and you have to do it in chronological order or whatever.
Right.
That'd be intense. Right. Yeah. All right. Well, Hunter, that was good news. Don't let anybody ever tell you any different.
Yes.
Ryan, are you ready to share what's up this month?
I'm ready. Got some freebie free deals. I'm going to move quickly, so buckle up.
Buckle up, Buttercup. All right,
I would never call you Buttercup.
I was calling myself Buttercup. Thank you very much.
Even if there's a fire.
Come on down to Freebie Farm. All games are free, half off, and 70% off the price of free.
Games may include microtransactions, time gating, and in-game ads before, during, and after gameplay. No refunds will be permitted for child purchases.
All right. So we've got the freebie farm where Big Rod Guy brings you the freebies. We've done it differently the last couple times to where we don't talk about everything. We talk about a few things, and I give you a little more details on what they are. And sometimes I pick stuff outside of my wheelhouse, but most of the time I pick stuff that caught my attention. Some games catch my attention that I don't think I'll ever play. I just think they're unique, and I still let them in the list, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So without further ado, I'm going to start off by letting you guys know that PlayStation, though I bashed them and trashed them for a while compared to the Xbox list, for the last 2 or 3 months, it's like they turned it on. I don't know if they're trying to get a bunch of attention because the PlayStation 5 coming out or what, but their list is strong again. So that's the PlayStation Now list, of course.
Okay.
But we'll get there in a minute. Okay, starting off, we've got a game on here. It's called Into the Breach. Okay. Into the Breach is it's 90 on a Metascore, and it's a 7.7 user score. This is a strategy, turn-based general tactics game. Not my kind of game, but if you are into those kind of strategy games, in this game you're going to control powerful mechs from the future to defeat an alien threat. This is a top-down turn-based, if that makes sense. So you're basically going to be directing these guys that look like you're playing Nintendo, right? These aren't high graphics guys. They look maybe 16-bit or something like that. And you're directing them to strategically conquer each conquest. Basically, it says one of the things that's really unique about the game, and one of the reasons it's probably got such a big rating, is each attempt to save the world presents a new randomly generated challenge in this turn-based strategy. So it's not a normal level by level. Once you figure out that level, you've got it. It's going to be different every time. There's going to be different level enemies. There's going to be different amounts of enemies coming from different areas.
Mm-hmm.
And the map, even like the map, like the layout of the enemies is going to change, if that makes sense. So if you're into those kind of strategy games, those kind of games, actually, there's a lot of them nowadays because they're easy to build, right? And so it's pretty hard to get a 90 and a 7.7 on Metacritic. Mm-hmm. So if that's the kind of game you like, this is probably one of the top games like that. You. And this is a free to play for everybody game, just so you are aware. It says free for everybody, but when it's on here, it just says PC. So I'm saying it's free for everybody, meaning you don't have to sign up for anything. But it is a PC game. I don't think it's on PlayStation or anything like that. It's on the Epic Game Store. And it is only free. Oh, see, I should have read that. I do this to myself sometimes. It's only free. Today's the 9th. So if you're listening live, lucky you. If you're listening on Friday, you missed the boat. And so that one is only free through today. I think there's one more in my list that's free through today. Everything else I took out. The next one here, I had never even heard of. And when I mentioned it to Clint, he kind of burst my bubble because I thought it was going to be like a big surprise to him because I was shocked by the game and like, what? And this one has a very unique rating in the fact that it's a 74 Metacritic, which is decent. It's probably a decent game usually. But it's a 9.0 from the user rating. And usually the user rating is almost always lower than the Metacritic rating.
And user rating seems to be more accurate as well, in my opinion.
Yes. Right. Yes, I agree 100%. So this game is called Spellbreak. Okay. This is an epic fantasy action spellcasting game where players choose a class. Yes, we're talking about battle mages and magical warlocks. Okay. This sounds like the kind of game that Clint would just love. The beautiful thing about this game is this is not your mages from World of Warcraft with a turn-based type setup, which I know World of Warcraft is not turn-based, but it's what do you call that? Click animation, basically. You select what it's going to do, and it goes. this is let's just pause real quick. Game like that got ratings like this. Why is the rating so high? There's so many, even on phone, there's so many of these mages and warlocks and blah, blah, blah kind of games. Some of them are really good. Some of them are trash. Majority of them are weak, right? They're, like we said, they're for ads and things like that. Why do you think this game got such a unique rating and following? Clint already knows. What's your guess, Hunter? What kind of game do you think it is?
I think it's like action-packed button mashing spells.
This is a battle royale 3-person squad game.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get to go in as a battle mage or whatever class you choose and fight just like you're playing Call of Duty or any of these other games, except for its spell bases and healing and all these things
Medieval
combined.
style.
Yeah. It's pretty unique. Some of the reviews here, one guy said, I've never played a PvP game that I've been sunk into my whole life, and I've been playing these kind of games for decades. It takes so many things I love and combines them together in one game. The fact that they're bringing the new style, new style battle royale to a world of spells and magic is completely mind-blowing. I think it is unique. It's surprising. It caught me off guard for sure. The graphics on the game look great. They're the drawing style, right? So it's 2D within a 3D. We talked about that last week. That's my best way to describe that. The characters are kind of 2D looking. They got good depth. The world still has depth. Obviously, you're not going to have a 2D battle royale shooter. It's a third person, so it's over the shoulder, and what was I going to say? Your artwork, though it's drawn, is not at all dumbed down like some kind of older style game like some of these free ones are. It's very sharp, very vivid. It just looks kind of cool. It's a very unique looking game. Yeah, a lot of detail.
So the characters themselves aren't 3D models; they're 2D.
Yeah,
or do you mean they're 3D with the 2D texture to it?
How would you say that? Well, they're 3D because they still have shadowing, right? So say you were to draw on a paper.
3D, like to me, 3D is anything that's a model. If it's a model, right? Meaning that it's a 3D model that's moving in 3D space, but it can have a 2D paint texture to it.
What was the game's name again?
Yeah, so if you were to turn your character has 3-dimensional space.
Right, he moves in 3-dimensional space.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And he'd have a view from every angle. Yeah, but his texture in his view from one angle has a drawn 2D look.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's games that are kind of halfway between that, like Apex Legends, right? It's kind of halfway between. It's kind of got that cell shaded kind of This is even more drawn looking. So the artwork is kind of unique for a battle royale for sure.
Okay.
A lot of reviews, a lot of ratings, and it just seems like a unique game. It's free, so for such high ratings and reviews, I think it's worth checking out probably.
Okay.
And this one is on. It actually is on almost everything, including Switch, which never happens. So this is on Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I do not know if it's cross-platform. I do know it's a brand new game. Just came out in 2020. And it's came out of nowhere, but it's doing pretty well.
It's pretty freaking amazing.
Doesn't it look good? Yeah, you watched the video for it? Yeah, it surprised me for sure. And just so you guys know, if you're on PC, it's free on the Epic Game Store right now. And I already clicked it just in case the free thing goes away. But right now it's September 3rd and doesn't have an end date for you listeners.
It's called Spellbreak, correct?
Yeah, Spellbreak, yep.
Remind me to snag that tonight when we try to hop on to Tony Hawk'a.
Okay, we'll do. The next one I've got for you guys is, I want to make sure I don't skip one, but I think it's going to be, I'm going to read a couple off to you guys before I jump to the next one. So you've got quite a few games we've already talked about are out. There's a lot of games on the Free for Everybody list that just aren't very big games. But then when you get to the EA playlist, we've got a couple that are big enough games that are worth mentioning, but you guys are already going to know what they are. But it's just a reminder for you. Sonic Mania is out on there. It's free right now till to be determined. and that got an 84 on the Metacritic rating. And then you've got the entire Crisis series, Crisis 1, 2, and 3. If you have the EA Origin access, those are all free right now. They're all free right now with no end to when they're going to be free. So those are worth mentioning. Those are good games. Then you've got a game, once you get over to the Humble Choice, which is a PC sign-up deal. You've got Catherine Classic. That one we're not going to dive into. And then you've got another one on here. It's called Forager. And that one we'll talk about a little bit. Forager is the developer is Hopfrog. I think I've seen their name on a few of these kind of platformer type games that we've looked at in the past.
Mhm.
This is an action adventure general game. It's got no online gameplay, but it looks like a kind of a top down like Zelda, right? That's the style of game that it is. And it says it's a highly popular and quirky indie game that you want to actively keep playing. Explore, craft, gather, and manage resources. Find secrets and build your base out of nothing. Buy land to expand, to explore and expand. So your map and your reach of the game is kind of randomly generated, which we're seeing this more and more on these games, right? Back in the day, if you built a little platformer like this, that's what you get is what you get, right? Those are your levels. Now they build these AIs into these, basically. It's almost kind of like Minecraft. You start a world and it just kind of develops it, right? That's the way this works too. So you buy a new portion of land and it's going to be new and random. So you're going to have a new area to explore with new missions and new things to do in it. It's got a 7.6 user rating, 78 Metacritic.
Pretty
Looks
good
like
for a platformer.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of game, this seemed like a pretty interesting game. Seems like the developers stand behind it and are still continuing to work on it and kind of follow their fans, if that makes sense. Next on the list, I think we might have talked about this one, but I'm not positive. And then when I saw the video on it, I don't think we did. Now, these kind of games I enjoy, and it's fairly rare that you see one that is developed as much as this one that's free. Okay, so this has got an 81 Metacritic and a 6.7 on the user score. The game is called Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Liar. Okay. Yep. This is the creators is Platonic Games. It's an action platformer 2D, so it's an actual side view game, you know, like your old what do you call it, like Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, right? And so it's got no online multiplayer, so it's just a level-based game, like any of those old games that you used to play. But the art is great. It's a 3D looking art, even though it's 2D world, so it's kind of the opposite of what we were talking about a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
And the preview for the video looks like the animations, the smoothness, the interaction with the world, all of that stuff is kind of more like some of your more modern games, which is interesting to see in a completely free game. I think this game might be permanently free. I don't know for sure. Let me go back and double check that it doesn't already have an end date. Let me see before I open my mouth. It does. September 4th to October 1st. And this is on, like I said, this is on the Humble Bundle for PC. Let me give you a breakdown of what it is. Yooka-Laylee, Yuka and Laylee. Okay, so those must be your two characters you're playing in the game. So this is a sequel. Yuka and Laylee are back in a brand new platform hybrid adventure. They must run, jump, and roll their way. One of them looks like a lizard or something like that, and he can go into like a barrel roll kind of a movement, which he breaks through things and whatnot. Into these challenging 2D levels, face a puzzling overworld, and rally the Royal Battalion, I guess, to take down Capital B and his impossible liar. Just by reading that, I'm guessing your nemesis is a bee. The overworld isn't just a hub to hop from level to level. Like I said, if you've played a platformer, you know what this game is. The reason I brought it up is because it looks so good for a free one. There's plenty of platformers out there. They're popular now, just like the top-down Zelda style thing we were talking about a minute ago. This looks like a modern created game from someone who really put money into it and a lot of time into it. So it's an interesting looking game, and it looks very smooth. Not just the graphics look good, but the animations look very smooth and polished. So that was my next one on the list there.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, now we're going to hit PlayStation Now's list. None of these we need to talk about because they're all games you know, because it's a strong list. So you've got Final Fantasy 17 is on there right now for free, or for free, but if you're signed up for that.
Yeah,
Observation is on there, and actually I did pull Observation. Observation is a sci-fi thriller uncovering what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and the crew of her mission through the lens of the station's artificial intelligence, SAM. This game has a 6.3 user and a 75. I hadn't heard of it, but the game sounded interesting, the idea behind the game. And so then you've got that one. You've got WWE 2K19. Resident Evil 7 is on there right now. Dead Cells is on there right now. Hitman 2, Watch Dogs 2, and Metro Exodus is still on there. That's a lot of pretty big names compared to what they usually have. So they're definitely pushing something here.
And you can play Elder Scrolls Online right now on there.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You ever had PlayStation Now too? That is just a small list of what is available on there.
Yeah, it's huge compared to that.
One. Yeah, those are the newer ones that they've added. So
just in this last month and a half.
Hey, I did want to. Are you still on the PlayStation Now list?
No, but yeah, I have one upcoming, and then I'm done with it. Go for it.
Okay. I was just gonna let everybody know too, if you have a PlayStation. I tested out the PlayStation Now. It's updated a lot since I tried it. They now have a feature where you can download the game to your console.
Oh, really?
So you're not having to stream it.
Okay.
So that's a big difference. And so as long as you're in the month period or whatever it is, you have that game unlocked on your console.
Okay.
Very cool.
Then you've got PlayStation Plus. And PlayStation Plus has PUBG, which we talked about that, I think, already. They may have just extended that because I think we did talk about that. That goes through October 5th. It says it started September 1st, so we might have covered that in some other news then. And then Street Fighter 5 is on there through October 5th.
Yeah, baby.
And then we got Prime Gaming. Autonauts is the only game that I even saw that was worth mentioning. It was which you get it you get it for free. Well, you get it for free with your Amazon Prime, which most people have. So I get why they don't really put much into it. Yeah, but still, they could put a couple nice ones in there. Autonauts is it's got a real good rating, 80 on the Metacritic score, and then an 8.0 for the user rating. This is a strategy management government game. So I wouldn't call it a Sims, but it is kind of like more like a survival empire type game. Does that make sense?
It's an RTS, real-time strategy game.
It doesn't say RTS. It says you're responsible for colonizing uninhabited planets. Start from nothing and harness nature's resources to build a robot empire that can be taught anything. Automation is the name of the game. So interesting. I don't know. I don't really know what that guy's all about, but I know it got a good rating and the game sounds unique. So that one is free until, let's see.
That was free till yesterday.
No. Nope, that one's free till the 30th, September 30th. So that one's good for this month. Next on your list, you've got Stadia. It's still got a couple decent ones. Nothing big that's come. You got Hitman is on there, not Hitman 2. Metro Last Night Redux. And Super Bomberman R Online. Now, I think the new Metro is coming for Stadia, so that's why they've got... Oh, no, this is the new Metro. So they don't have the old Metro on here, but they've got the newest. That's the 2021.
Okay.
And the Super Bomberman R Online, that's a brand new game too, 2020. So they do have a lot of new games on Stadia. They're not like old stuff like these other ones are having. So it's your most current games. They're just not always the top most current games.
That's probably all they have, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
The last year or so, whenever they released.
I think it would be a good idea for them to have old stuff too, though, just to have a bigger library.
Yeah, just to make it more worth it. I think games like Resident Evil or games like, I don't know, like some Star Wars games or things like that that have more single player value might be a good idea just to have in your back catalog.
I agree. Next on your list is going to be Xbox Games with Gold. Games with Gold has The Blob 2. We talked about that one already. That's for Xbox 360. If any of you guys still use that, that's going to be a collector's item in a few months when the next console
10th.
comes out. Those have gotten down where I've seen them online for like $40 now. Xbox 360. I mean, they're down there.
Some the NCAA games, those are gold.
No, I'm talking about the actual console is $40 now. Yeah.
The NCAA games are probably triple. what
Really?
the console is. Yeah, because they don't.
Oh
make
yeah,
them.
because they don't make them. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Tom Clancy's The Division, Armed and Dangerous. Let me see here. Xbox Game Pass still has the Jackbox Party 4, Pack 4, Resident Evil, Biohazard is on there too. Let's see. World War Z is on there. That's a new one that wasn't on there last week, and that's a good one if you guys haven't played it. It's free starting September 3rd to be announced. Crusader Kings 3. And let's see. The Wasteland 3 is on there. And it seemed like there was one more. There's a Final Fantasy 12 HD. That's your last one on there. So in all reality, it seems like Microsoft has kind of let up a little bit on that list comparatively. Of course, this is just the new stuff, like Hunter said. There is older existing stuff because they have really boosted their list recently because of setting up the PC side. So don't let that list discourage you if you've been thinking about getting the Game Pass for PC. Just like on the PlayStation list, there's a lot of other games that just weren't recently added that are still free on there.
Yeah. Like World War Z, I would say you're going to get about 2 weeks out of it if you're playing it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Gameplay. Yeah.
Because our wall was we enjoyed the game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there was only 4 maps and really your achievements and things like that. Like it only went up, but there just wasn't. I think we just kind of ran out of. Hey, we've already beat all the levels.
Well, there was other games that came out right around the time we were kind of starting to get a little bit.
I just felt they just didn't have enough. I feel like there.
Yeah.
To like want us to reasons to want to keep leveling up. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was solid though. It was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely shouldn't miss it. If it's free, you should check it out. I mean,
it's for sure.
It's not a trash game. And that's all I've got. That's the list. That's the freebies. There's plenty more on there, guys. That's just we're not going to hit all 200 free games that are listed.
Yeah. Well, thank you for providing that for us. I have Street Fighter on the library. I just haven't downloaded it yet, so I need to do that as well. I want to try it out and see what I think of it.
What was Street Fighter on? Oh, because you've got the PlayStation set up.
PlayStation 5. Yep. Good old Street Fighter. Haven't played it in forever, so I thought about getting on there with Claire and beating her up. In-game, guys. In-game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, she beats me up. Let's not lie. There's abuse towards Dad is what it is.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it, so.
Yeah. Well, this week was pretty good. I feel like Call of Duty right now is keeping their name in the news, which is smart. Keep that bad boy going until COD Bops CW comes out.
Yep.
You know? So
I think Call of Duty had some strong news. I think the Twitch had some real strong news too.
Yeah.
And I think Xbox had strong news. The only person not in the list tonight really was PlayStation. Didn't really have anything that jumped out to us tonight.
What's the Twitch?
Not Twitch. You got me. And thanks for calling me out. Switch. I don't know why I said that.
Good call out.
Switch news.
Maybe
augmented reality. We're gonna have people freaking hooking that little camera up to their real car and turning the whole street into a racetrack.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking sweet.
Be awesome, dude. I don't know. I think that thing has wheels.
Yeah.
I already know kids are going to start using that to spy.
Yeah, true that.
We're already getting spied on, guys. Come on. You got your phone, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People
I've already given up.
People worry about getting tracked. It's like you've been getting tracked with this iPhone, this Android phone, bro.
Yeah, that's why I already said a long time ago, hey, put that chip in my head, cyborg me up. We're good. I mean, I'm already got every other part of my life exposed. Might as well just let it rip, you know?
Whoa. Yep. They did show that live, this isn't gaming related, but they did show the live pig that had the chip on it last weekend.
Oh, really?
Elon Musk was showing it off, yeah. He actually got double chipped, you know? So just to show it off.
What was he doing?
They were just showing you his brain waves, you know? Showing you the patterns and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're to the point where they're like, all right, pig, do this, you know? I don't know.
Right.
But guys, thanks for joining the episode, and we hope you had a good time. We sure did. And
yes, we did.
You know, there's a lot of good games out there, so get what you want because you have Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which is out. Avengers, the Avengers game just came out. I think it has some bugs in it. I saw that they had a patch that they're releasing for PC to kind of fix some bugs. But we haven't jumped on it yet or seen any reviews yet, so we don't know how it's doing. Is there any other games that came out recently that you guys can think of?
No, I think there's a lot of games on our list that have been out, and so we feel like there's a bunch because we haven't been able to get to them. There's only a few that I think are big, that have been big splashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. We need to look up. I haven't looked up. Need to look up the Mafia game. I don't think that's launched yet, but I know it was supposed to be late August, so maybe they pushed the date back. But anyway, yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope we brought you some news that either showed you something or got you excited. But yeah. So if you want to support the show, just check us out over on Patreon. You can throw money our way over on Patreon. If you don't want to do that, we just ask that you like, share, let people know about us, retweet us on Twitter.
Get us out there.
Yep. And with that said, guys,
stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.